Hello, and welcome to a little teaser, I suppose, because it's a test of a podcast. It's not the first podcast in my new upcoming series about creative people. This is just a test to make sure I'm happy with everything, make some decisions, make some creative decisions or technical decisions. So I've done most of that work already now. I've also got a couple of new bits of kit. So there's been some problem solving that I've had to do naturally, that you would do with new equipment anyway. So get to grips with how things work, and if any issues do occur, how do I fix those? So I've been through quite a lot of that already. I'm really happy. I've picked cameras and lenses. I've picked microphones. So today I've tested 3 cameras. One's ran out of battery because I've tested it for so long, a lot longer than I was expecting, but I'm glad I did. Easy fix going forward, bring a mains adapter for that camera. The other 2 cameras, this one in front of us, that runs off a battery, and I've just tested that after about 4 hours of recording, and it's got 75% battery left. So I'm really happy that'll do a podcast, which I aim to be about half an hour long. If it's any longer than that'll cover it, no bother at all. The third camera that I've got set up is connected to the mains, and I'm pointing over there because it's looking outside of my studio. Now, like I say, I'm really happy. The only thing I'm not as happy with is if I go to that camera just now, is the quality of that camera isn't quite as good as the others. But, it could still serve a purpose. The equipment I have, in terms of the mixers, I've got an audio mixer and a video mixer in front of me. They can have, and for the video mixer, 4 cameras or 4 inputs. So inputs could be cameras, or they could be an HDMI source. So I could use a phone or a laptop or a tablet, and those could be my sources. It doesn't have to be 4 cameras. It could be 1 camera and then 3 other sources. So I've got options, and that would work for people who, say for example, want to show a music video or a film or artwork, graphics, these kind of things. It would work beautifully for that. Even if they wanted to do a little bit of advertising, we could go to like a quick bit on the screen, or if they wanted to show us boring things like charts and things like that, which hopefully people don't, but you never know, they might want to show you a chart. Hopefully not. Right? So we're pretty cool with that. And I've got an audio mixer which will have, it's got 4 microphone inputs. So I can have 3 guests, myself and 3 guests. So I'll have a mic, and there'll be a mic each for those. It also has, on the mixer, a Bluetooth input and a USB input. So I can, again, put more audio devices in. So say somebody wanted to show a song or a clip from a song, they could put that in perfectly easily. It's just a case of connecting it up, either by Bluetooth or USB. We can also put little samples of sounds in. I'm not going to press the buttons just now because it's going to annoy me, but because I've heard them lots. But we've got options, and we can put our own sound in there. I may have a jingle at some point. I may make one myself, or speak to one of my good friends who's really good with music and see if they can come up with something. I don't have guests booked in at the moment. This is all about getting myself happy with the setup, and I am happy. So the next step is to speak to some potential guests and get dates booked in. So when I first announced this during the week, it was only a few days ago, on Instagram and Facebook, I wasn't really sure if, it would be received very well. I'm still not really sure if it's going to be received well, but that's the risk you take. You take a punt, and see what happens. And that's what I'm doing. And after that, after I posted on Facebook and Instagram, people were getting in touch saying, I'd love to be a guest on this. And that's exciting for me, because the people that have got in touch are not only cool guys for a start, they're really good people. They are really nice people to talk to, interesting people. I love having conversations with them. So it excites me to actually have these people on because they're just good folk. Not just that, but they work in the creative industries, which is my passion area. So it's like two reasons for me to get excited. Today on this test, I've not really done prep as such, other than test the equipment. I've not prepared what to say. I've not lined up any questions because I don't have a guest or anything like that. I don't have any phrases or anything like that, or a kind of formula or a schedule. But I will have something like that going forward. I'll have like a schedule of things I want to cover. And there may be, even because I am so excited by these people and their ideas and what they talk about, I probably will have like spur of the moment questions. Oh, what do you feel about this? Or where did that come from? Which will naturally happen. So I'm looking forward to getting this going. Like I say, I'm happy with all the equipment. Camera 3 set up, camera 2 set up. I can set up 4 cameras easily. Have 4 guests. Can maybe have more than 4 guests, but you wouldn't hear them properly. That's the only downside. I could put maybe a directional mic into a room and have them in a different room, for example. That might work. But again, that's something I'll cross further down the line. First thing for me, get some guests on, maybe 1 person at a time, 2 people at a time, anything up to 3 people, and take it from there. And before I do that, I'll start spreading the word. I'll get something booked in, get a person lined up with a date, and I'll start advertising. Start getting the word out there, start marketing. So yeah, the test worked very well. I'm happy. I look forward and I'm excited to get people on. So hopefully you tune in, whether you're from Edinburgh, West Lothian, Scotland, or elsewhere. Hopefully you tune in and you find it as interesting as I'm going to. I know I'm going to find it interesting because these guys that are already interested in doing this are just wonderful people and very good at what they do, the information they have and the stuff that they can share, even from stories that about how they got into the creative industries in the first place, is going to be really useful. So yeah, please tune in. And if you want to be a guest, if you work in the creative industries and you're from West Lothian or Edinburgh or even further afield in Scotland, please get in touch, and I'll see what I can do. Okay? Thanks very much. Test over. Bye-bye.